What's going on, you sexy fucks? If you want to become 18,000 if you want to become 18,000 times sexier, hit that subscribe button. It definitely all helps. We're going to talk about how bad Twitter is for you if you're trying to make content. So if you want to learn how to fucking take care of that, watch further in this video. There, something like that. I'll figure it out. Hang on, I want to fuck. So recently, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys, a mistake, I know you've seen it, like I am trying to spend less time on Twitter. That hasn't worked because it becomes my natural go-to for toilet time. I think that's actually become like a reason why I fucking get not into streaming. It's not that I don't like streaming, because I do, but I constantly end up feeling like a failure for numerous reasons, right? Because I get in my own head about dumb shit, as all of you guys know. I get in my head about a lot of dumb shit, actually, about how I fucking suck at everything, and I'm trashed here. I was doing it with YouTube videos recently as well, even though there's no reason for that, because I never really started putting effort into it until about like a month ago. And I sit here and I wonder why, because like, despite how much shit that I get from chat, like, regardless of what I do, I know that I got the core homies around, right? Like, I know that I have a core that will be ride or die, right? Which is an awesome thing, which is a super cool thing, which is the whole reason why I kind of started streaming in the first place. I got people like Frost and Handy, and as much as he annoys me, piss out of me, Thug and Death, and now Mistake, and Flip every once in a while, and Brunstad pops in, Do shows up every once in a while, right? And comes and hangs out. Actually, Do's been helping me with some script stuff here recently, and he's gonna have something else to edit here real soon. So like, I know that there's like a core here that's super special to me, and kind of the whole reason why I started streaming. And so I was sitting here as we were talking and wondering, why the fuck do I always feel like a fucking failure, right? Why do I feel like that I suck all the time? And I think it's social media syndrome is what I'm kind of dubbing it. I don't know what the actual word is. I'm sure that there is, but there's a Twitter account that I follow that's men posting their dubs, which is a really good fucking, actually really cool account of dudes posting their wins in life and shit like that. But like, most of Twitter is, and most people just, I think, inherently do this on social media. And I saw it a lot with Facebook, which is why I kind of got off of it, is you only see like the wins of people, and you don't see what they struggle with. And if you do, it comes off as kind of catty and kind of disingenuous. And streamer Twitter is really fucking terrible about this. Like, you see people posting their fucking stats all the time, and when you live in an age on the internet, if you're trying to make content, and the age-old advice is don't care about your numbers, just focus on the craft. But when I'm being bombarded, and when everybody's bombarding you with their own numbers about how amazing that they are and how supportive their community is, like, it makes you go, well, fuck, like, man, these people are fucking popping the fuck off. Why am I such dog shit? Like, I understand why the big streamers are where they are, because they first to market, or they're doing something different, or they're really hard on their YouTube. Totally understand. But like, you only see either people posting their wins, and the other thing that really annoys the piss out of me is streamer Twitter is a fucking shit fire of one note thought processes, arguments, and yelling at everybody. And so not only are you being shoved numbers from people that are doing better than you, but in the same breath, they're tearing other people down for other different thought processes and sheer like fucking like, I don't know, I don't want to say activism, but it kind of is, like, especially with this Day Without Twitch thing. The organizer of it just got partner, and if you look at the stats, they don't make sense. Why? And this is gonna get me a lot of hate, but like, if this is the world that we live in, where like, you're gonna be fucking pelting other people down because like, you don't fucking subscribe to their thought belief, and then you're constantly made to feel like shit because other people's stats are better than you because we decide that we're gonna post them on Twitter all the time, like, it's fucking kind of demoralizing to an extent when you're just sitting here trying to make content over and over again, and you're struggling with certain things. Like, I have to go get knee surgery, and I had to go get my tonsils taken out. Like, I have a wife and 2 kids. I can't fucking just sit here and spend all day yelling on Twitter and making videos and streaming and doing all that shit. I do what I can, and yet I still feel like that I'm failing. But on the same token, I mean, that's kind of why I was dabbling with just stop streaming altogether, because like when I took that time off and was just focusing on YouTube videos, man, that was fucking amazing, because I got to do it at my own pace. I would just have some tunes on the background while throwing B-roll up, and I'd be sitting there just writing and getting that creative flow going. I still hate recording VO, and I think I need to re-EQ my Go XLR because I sound really fucking nasally in a microphone, but that's all work. And so like, I don't know, I think I get in my own head, and Death is the real person who will be able to fucking attribute to anything like this, because he knows me more better than any of you, because we know each other in real life, and he knows I get in my own head about everything. And so I think I've come to kind of a decision while we've been talking. Gone. I don't need it in my life. I don't. I'm over watching everybody else do fucking shit that I think is dumb and boring and blowing up because of it, and I think I need to focus on me. I think I need to focus on what I want to do, what I want to create, and what I want to do. What's my other social media addiction? That's the only one. That's it. Set some goals out of the numbers. I actually have been, but like, even if you do that, which is why I just deleted fucking Twitter, because it's hard to not focus on numbers when all that you see are other numbers. And I think that really, if I don't have to see everybody else doing that shit, which means now I'm off of Twitter, huzzah, yay. Because it's like one of those things where you kind of like, where you're looking at it, and then on the same token you're like, well, what are mine compared to that? And then I go, oh, they're getting way better for just doing this in the camera. And then hang on, let me yell at you for opposing my view on masks, or fucking who you fuck, or who you choose to associate with. Like, heads up, chat, like, if streamer Twitter got wind of the fucking shit that I fucking like follow and watch, like, not that anybody cares about me, but like, I would never make it into that crowd, because I think that crowd's very closed-minded and stupid. Honestly, it's baffling to me. But yeah, I think that Twitter was really a lot of the main catalyst for me fucking being like brain dead and not wanting to do it, because I constantly think that I suck. And not that I need positive reaffirmation all the time, like, that's not it, because I don't believe in that either. But what do you mean? I lost my train of thought. It pulled out of the station, which happens pretty often. I'm under caffeinated. Not positive affirmation's good, but like, people fucking like constantly just eating out their own asses all the time. Like, nobody outside of like a very few group of people like actually have constructive criticism. Which mistake, I know I bother you all the time for it, but that's why I ask you, is because I know that you'll be like mildly honest about it. When I say, and I'll do it less, but when I say something like, hey man, can you watch this and let me know what I can improve on? Like, cause I want to get better, but like if you go back and you look through comments on that, like, and no offense, Handy, I appreciate the comments, but like, it's like, oh, who's that sexy guy? It's like, oh, it's me. But that doesn't help me, right? Or getting fucking, all you'll get is LMFAO lol W, like, that's not very constructive either. How about you? Like, all I want is to get better at what I'm doing, but it's hard for, I could see things that I would want to improve on, but a lot of the things that I want to improve on really honestly come down to time for me, right? Because I have a business, and I have a wife and 2 kids, and I have my daughter in softball, and I have my son doing whatever the fuck he's doing. I'm gotta get him to get a fucking job again. And some days I have to fucking work super late, and some days I get home after fucking schlepping thousands of pounds of stone every day, and I want to fucking just not do anything. So yeah, I deleted Twitter. I think that was really like the toxic pill for my brain. I'll miss it, but at the end of the day, the time that I use on Twitter can be way better utilized for something else, like writing scripts, or even while I'm on the toilet, there's no reason why I can't jot it down in a note. Try to analyze But that's my talk. Honestly, social media is kind of a detriment to everybody anyway, but I think that if you're really trying to create, unless you super cater to what you want to like do, then honestly I would just not even follow streamers on Twitter if you're trying to make content, or YouTubers, which I made that mistake and now I can't purge it. And a mistake just said set your social media timing. I can't do that because it's so easily accessible and it's just quick dopamine hits. That's really what it is. Dopamine hits slash making me feel like shit because other people are doing better than me. I shouldn't compare you. I shouldn't compare, and you shouldn't compare to yourself to anybody else. You should want to focus on creating the shit that you want to make, and I want to focus on the shit that I want to make, whether it be on streams or YouTubes or YouTube Shorts or TikToks or anything. Thank you for coming to my Ned Talk. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. It all helps with the algorithm, guys. I big appreciate it, you sexy fucks. There you go. I guess I just do an intro, huh?